There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one, selected by random, with a 20-minute time limit. This is the result. And welcome to this episode. I'm the DOS Gamer Man. I think we'll go for the VGA. This is Starblade by Silmarils. Okay, nice VGA graphics. Let's see what we can do with this. Spacebar apparently is the key. Cute little loading screen, and we're straight in. No plot, no explanation. So let's read from the blurb on Exodus. Starblade is an epic space opera set in the vastness of the Orion Galaxy. The year 3001. The human race has been decimated to a series of small high-tech colonies. I'm going to assume ruled by the ruthless insectile Cephalhydras. To wipe out humanity, Cephalhydras geneticists have produced a Genolin, a hideous mutated queen broodmother who will spawn a legion of super warriors. Your mission is to board the Starblade, the most technically advanced star cruiser in the galaxy, and find and eliminate the Genolin before she starts to breathe. Okay, that's great. No explanation of how to do this. So, I've had to do a little bit of research into the control scheme for this. Numpad to move around instead of WASD, but this is good old DOS days when that was a standard. And we can interact with various parts using Enter, Spacebar, and Shift. So we'll enter at the console and have a quick peek at what we have. Okay, so we can move this little selector around, so let's have a look at what we have. Enter. Weapon situation, state of the ship, state of circuits. Okay. Weapon situation, standard 2 gigawatts laser. State of the shield, 100%. Number of torpedoes, none. So we can turn the shield off from there. State of the ship, all at 100%. So right at the beginning everything looks... I assume at some parts of this game we're going to have to repair the ship. So let's have a look at communications. We can read a magnetic card, which does nothing. Send a distress signal. Read message. See if there are any. No messages. And exit. And what's this one? Destination selector. So we can choose somewhere. Can go hyperspace and conventional travel. Main tank is at 100%. And finally... Oh, out comes a control console. And we've got a sort of space simulator, but keys aren't doing anything. Nope. Let's see. F10 there, exited. Right. And I'm assuming the last is just your standard save load stuff. Saving round, loading round, and a new round. It's an interesting way of putting it. Okay, let's have an explore of the ship. We seem to be able to move up, down, left, right here. Oh, actually, hang on. Let's have a look at what we have inventory-wise. We have grenade and a laser sword, a nice blue one. If we push enter, we can drop it or equip it. Let's equip it, just because I don't know what's going on. And then spacebar to get rid of. Laser sword, or maybe some sort of electromagnetic saber, perhaps? I'm sure it takes no inspiration from any well-known movies. Let's have a look. So we've gone down in an elevator. Let's... and now we're shooting off into space. And landing on the planet. Fantastic. So now the laser sword, shall we call it, is looking a lot more purple. Look at the scenery though. It's a nice background with a nice big planetoid there. Okay. Nope, space was the wrong key. This is a case for shift. So the control scheme here is horrible. You have to hold shift and then perform an action using the numpad. And okay, we got it at last. Not easy, not intuitive. There should just be an attack key or I suppose with a moving in 3 dimensions and still needing to duck, but what was a duck key and an attack key would have worked better than having to push shift and then choose a direction. So down, ducks. Up apparently throws the grenade I had. Don't have a grenade anymore. And left and right. Okay. When holding shift, it's backs off and attacks. Apparently I can't duck under this one. How do I... If I can't duck under it... I think I've just soft-locked. Yeah. This is a soft lock. I can't move. Can we... I'm stuck here. No roll, no... nothing is happening now. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's see, can we equip the laser and maybe try get this guy? Nope. No, we are both completely ineffectual here. Okay, that's completely ineffectual. I will do a quick restart, get back here, and see if we can carry on from there. Please hold. Okay, and we're back. What I'll do is I will throw a grenade this time. There we go. That was the way to deal with him, but I am out of grenades now. Let's have a look at what else we can find. Input lag is horrendous. There we go, he's in range. Let's get him. There we go. 3 defeated. And there's something lying on the ground, just lying around on this planet for anybody to come find. So, I think we push down to pick up. There we go. What do we have? Let's have a quick look at inventory. A CM10, whatever that is. Okay, let's carry on walking, see if we can find anything else. Another elevator. Let's go a little further and then we'll come back here. Nope, nothing. That looks like end of the line to me, so let's go see what's down the elevator. Whoops, I had my finger on the down arrow. We found another card. Let's grab that. Shift and down. I think that is enough to get the story going. Let's go have a look. If we can get back to the ship and see what these cards are. Actually, what is that card? That is CM03. So, completely silent, no music, no background at the moment. This is the DOS port. I think this was released for the Atari ST, the Amiga, and DOS. And we're playing the DOS version. bit slow and unresponsive, I would say. Maybe it ran better on the other systems. I will never know. Another elevator. And we again have a look at the colour of the light sword. And again it changes colour, so yeah, every scene it changes colour. And what we have here, I think, is a shop. Let's have a look. No, that didn't do anything. Enter, up, down, no. How do you interact with this guy? Do we interact with the computer? No. Hey, let's put the sword away, maybe. So grab that, stick it back in inventory. And then come to exit. No. I am at a loss. I don't know what to do here, so no idea. What I will do is I will link through to a playthrough of an Amiga version of this game, which is definitely worth watching, which is where I learned how to control this this character and interact with this world. Okay, we're back at the ship. Let's go up, and there we go. It would be nice if these had sound effects, but very silent. And we're back at the ship. What else shall we have a look at? Let's go back up the elevator. And we're back at my console. Now, we had that read memory card function, so let's see if we can remember where that was. Communications, I think. Communications, read a magnetic card. That's what they are. Shall we read CM10? Yeah, shift. Let's try that again. We use shift as the key in this. Intergalactic Silmarils catalog. Okay, so that is just an advert for all their other games, and there's Starblade at the bottom. Okay, let's try read them again. We've read that one, that was an advert. Let's read the other one we picked up. To gain access to Cassandra, place the CFP-099 ROM in the center of the control circuit. The cyberpod of Arena is holding her. JG. And there is the mission of the game. I think we're going to call it there. Maybe an intriguing story to dig into, but the control scheme is quite painful to use, and it runs very slow. I have increased the cycles, and it becomes less fun to play. So what do you think? The two criteria I like to judge these games on is, would I play it as a teenager when I didn't have much else to do? Probably. It certainly got the graphics that would have wowed me at the time. Would I play it now to see what's going on? I think I'd rather watch somebody else play through it rather than me suffering through it. Like I said, check the link below. Hopefully it's included a link to an Amiga playthrough of this game if you want to see where it goes to. And otherwise, thanks for watching, and join me on the next Random DOS Game Show.